We've got to talk about the clothes that Lacey was wearing because there is a big dispute over what she was wearing when. Now, let me reiterate, I'm not trying to convince anybody that Scott Peterson is innocent. I thought he was guilty for over 20 years because of what I know of the trial. But my questions are, do I know everything about this trial that I should have known? And if I was on this jury, would there be other questions I would ask? Would there be other evidence I'd want to look at? Would I actually be able to put this man to death, which is what this jury voted to do? Would I be able to do that based on the circumstantial evidence presented by the police? If you're hardcore in the camp of he's guilty, 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 then this probably just isn't the series for you, and it's okay to just scroll the fuck by. No one's keeping you here. But if you're somebody who's also thought, I've always wondered if we got the full story, I'm just here to explore some other things. Listen, don't listen, that's completely up to you. Let me explore the clothing thing. So first of all, let me talk about Lacey's day on December 23rd. So this was the day before she went missing on the 24th, right? And that evening before, we know she went to see her sister Amy at the salon she works at. And I've talked in past videos about Amy stating exactly what she was wearing that night, but I'm going to dive into that a little further. First, let me tell you all of the things that Lacey was doing that day. So at 8:30 in the morning, the housekeeper arrived at the Petersons' home. By 10:08, Lacey was at Trader Joe's buying groceries. Between 12:30 and 12:45, she checked in at a day spa for a facial. At about 2:35, Lacey and Scott went together to a scheduled prenatal exam with her OBGYN, and they were also planning to go to the hospital to pre-register for the delivery. Remember, she was due in February. At 5:45, they arrive at the salon where they are to meet with her sister Amy. Scott was going to get a haircut, and Lacey needed help learning how to curl her new hairstyle that she'd gotten a week or two before. They leave there around 7 p.m. and go home, and at about 8:30 is when Lacey calls her mom. But let's talk about the clothes. The housekeeper told the police that when she arrived at the Petersons' house, that Lacey was wearing dark pants and a white top and white sneakers. And this was kind of her usual outfit. So kind of black, stretchy type, maternity type pants and a white blouse. They had also talked to Lacey's yoga instructor because she was still trying to do yoga, late in the pregnancy to stay in shape. The yoga instructor had also verified that this was kind of her go-to outfit. She often wore like black stretchy pants with a white blouse, and sometimes she would put on a red fleece vest if it was cold out. The manicurist at the day spa told the police that Lacey was wearing black stretchy pants and a crisp white button-up shirt. She also mentioned that she had black flat Mary Janes on her feet. The owner of the day spa also concluded that she was wearing black pants with a white shirt and black Mary Janes. When they show up at the salon, it appears that Lacey has changed her clothes because her sister Amy both testifies and in all of her police statements says that she was wearing cream-colored capri pants, but how she described them is Lacey's 5'1", and they did a physical demonstration because Amy's also very petite, that capri pants on her would actually be ankle length. So she noted that she was wearing tan or cream ankle length, right above the ankle, twill, stretchy kind of maternity pants, and a black blouse that had either kind of white kind of polka dots or like flower pattern on it. The owner of salon, who is, I'm not going to fault him, he's a man, maybe he's not observant about women's clothes. He saw Lacey that night and he just says it was darker on top and lighter on the bottom. That's what he remembered. There was also security footage from the salon that they offered up to the police. They mentioned it in the beginning. Amy said, we do have security cameras, because she thinks that maybe is there a lead on the cameras because it would catch them coming and going. Would it have captured something? She doesn't know, but she says to the police, there are security cameras. The police say, no, that's okay, we don't need them. But later the police went back to get the videotapes, and it was much later and they were already taped over. Now, according to Scott, they left the salon, they went home, Lacey changed out of the tan pants and the black blouse, and she put on blue pajama bottoms, his blue pajama bottoms, because they were bigger and they were more roomy. He says they went to bed, and in the morning she got up, she took off the blue PJs, she went in the shower. When she got out, she put on black pants, and a white blouse. This time it wasn't a blouse. He says it was long sleeve and it was more like a sweater. It didn't have a collar. It was more like a sweater, a longer sweater, which does coordinate with the witnesses who said they saw a pregnant woman wearing black pants and a white shirt throughout the neighborhood walking the dog that day. When the police executed a search warrant on December 26th and 27th, on their list was they were specifically looking for a pair of black pants. They were looking for the black pants that Lacey would have worn on the 23rd. They believed everyone's story that she was wearing them on the 23rd, but they believed she changed her clothes that night and that those black pants would be in that house because they believe she did not live through the night. So the police tear through the house and they cannot find one pair of black stretchy pants that are maternity pants that Lacey would have worn. They find two pair of brand new maternity pants in a shopping bag in the nursery. So these are brand new pants. They testify on the stand that they looked brand new. They had not looked worn. It was as if she was shopping for clothes for Connor and bought some things for herself, and they were still in a bag in the nursery. Now, remember, I told you during that search warrant, they took a lot of pictures, and one of the pictures, or a couple of the pictures, happened to capture the laundry hamper. Now, the police are contending that she died the evening of the 23rd. So the outfit that Scott said she was wearing on the 24th should have been in the house, and it wasn't. Now they want to prove that the tan pants and the black blouse are missing because they're convinced that that's what Lacey was killed in. But there's hamper pictures. And in the picture of the hamper, you see the blouse in the hamper with the sleeve hanging out. And then you also see the blue pajama bottoms. There's also pictures that they took of the closet. So it turns out what happened was Lacey came home. She threw the blouse in the hamper. She went into the closet. She took off her Mary Janes. They were in the closet. And there were two pairs of tan pants hanging in the closet. My guess is that she probably only had a few pairs of maternity pants. So she wore them more than once. And so she hung up the tan pants. The tan pants and the black blouse were there the whole fucking time. They brought the sister Amy over and Amy verified, yes, that's the blouse. And I believe those are the pants. There were actually two pairs of pants, but she said either of those really could be. They were straight leg, twill cotton pants. One was just a lighter color than the other. Now, see, the police had insisted that Lacey was killed wearing those clothes. And by having her dead on the 23rd, that could discount every single one of the eyewitness accounts on the 24th because they could say, well, she was already dead. And that outfit, she wasn't even wearing that outfit, but they couldn't find that outfit. When Lacey's body shows up, and I've said earlier, I'm sorry if this is grisly, but it was just a torso. She was wearing a bra and she was wearing a little bit of a pair of pants. So there was a waistband. There was a waistband that had a button and a zipper that was still intact and a drawstring, okay? And then there was a label inside so they could see the brand of the pants. Now the pants themselves, like they were shredded. So basically below the crotch, it was just shredded. So the legs were torn off. They couldn't see really the length. They couldn't see any decor or anything like that. But they were able to identify the type of pants they were, and they essentially put them in a photo lineup for Amy to try and see which pants she was wearing that night. So Amy has shown 3 different types of maternity pants that she's trying to determine if any of these are close to what Lacey was wearing that night. So when she sees photo 1, she immediately says, no, I mean, the color's probably pretty close, but there's a cargo pocket, and at the bottom, they have those ties around the ankle. She's like, nope, it was not these. Now, this is number 3. She says, nope. She also rules out number 3 because she says, look at this big cuff at the bottom and the little stripe going down the middle, or the rib going down the middle. She would have remembered this. These are not the pants either. Now, she can't be certain these are the pants, but these are the closest. It's more of a straight leg, twill, maybe a little lighter than this, but this is absolutely the closest. She rules out 1 and 3. But 3 was the pair of pants that the police determined Lacey was found in. So if Scott and all the witnesses said she was wearing black pants and a white shirt the day she disappeared, then how did her body show up 4 months later wearing these pants? Her sisters said that these were not the pants she was wearing that night. The outfit she was wearing on the 23rd was found in her house. The outfit she was supposedly wearing on the 24th was never found. And when Lacey's body washes up on the shore, she's wearing a pair of pants that no one can testify where they came from. More to come.